work this WebWork problem, double and half angle formulas, problem 7. We're going to find tan of 2 arc cosine x over 5. Okay, so here, tan of 2 arc cosine x over 5. We're going to make the substitution, theta equals arc cosine x over 5. So taking cosine, we get cosine theta equals x over 5. Since we're looking at the tan of 2 theta, we're going to need to look at the double angle formula for tan of 2 theta. That's found on page 529. Here it is. So what we're going to need to do in order to solve this problem is we're going to need to know the tangent of theta. Well, we know the cosine of theta, so if we can get our hands on the sine of theta, we should be almost done. Okay, we'll use our identity. Sine squared theta plus cosine squared theta equals 1. Right, cosine theta is x over 5, so cosine squared is x squared over 25. That's applying the Pythagorean identity. So solving for sine theta, so I have to subtract x squared over 25 from both sides, and then I have to take the square root plus or minus. Now, because there's no information up here about angle ranges and such stuff, we're just going to take the plus square root. So I took out the plus or minus. Now I'm going to simplify this by making a common denominator, 25 over 25. So I would have had 25 minus x squared all over 25 under the square root, but then the square root of 25 is 5, so 5 is down here, not under the square root. So we had from our substitution theta equals arc cosine x over 5, that cosine theta equals x over 5. Then we use the Pythagorean identity to get sine of theta. And now we need to get tangent of theta, remember, so that's sine over cosine. When I divide by x over 5, notice how the 5's cancel, so we just end up with this expression for tangent of theta. 5's cancel out. Remember, we're trying to find tan of 2 theta, and here's the double angle formula for tan. So we're going to need to work out 1 minus tan squared. So 1 minus tan squared, okay, so 1 minus this guy squared. So the square root goes away and we have x squared, that's right here. Then we make a common denominator of x squared over x squared, so we are at this form right now. So we have x squared minus x squared, so that's 2x squared minus 25 all over x squared. So x squared minus x squared, that's the 2x squared. So here's our expression for 1 minus tan squared, which is the denominator here. So then tan 2 theta from here is 2 tan theta. Okay, here's tan theta, so 2 tan theta divided by, so that's this fraction bar here, divided by 1 minus tan squared, which is down here. When we simplify by inverting and multiplying, notice we're going to have an x squared over x, right? The x squared comes up, x squared over x, so that simplifies to x. And so here's the final form of the answer.